Our family's lake cabin was supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to escape the chaos of everyday life, where time slowed down and nature took over. Nestled among towering pines and the shimmering waters of the lake, it was our hidden refuge. But that peace shattered one summer weekend, when the nightmare arrived, disguised as the neighborhood's most feared HOA president, Karen. Karen wasn't just your average HOA enforcer. She was a power-hungry control freak who ruled the small lake community with an iron fist. She prided herself on enforcing every rule to the letter, no matter how petty. From lawn ornaments to dock regulations, nothing escaped her radar. And she hated anyone who dared question her authority. My wife, Anna, and my grandpa, Joe, had been at the cabin for a few days, enjoying the warm sun and the quiet lapping of waves. I was still in the city, commanding the SWAT team for our police department, preparing for a big operation scheduled for Monday. I checked in regularly by phone, reminding them to stay safe and call me if anything felt off. I never imagined I'd get a call that would change everything. It was late afternoon when Anna's voice came over the line, trembling and desperate. "He's here. Karen's here. And she's gone crazy." "What do you mean?" I demanded, trying to keep my voice steady. "She says the dock belongs to the HOA. She says we have no right to be here because we haven't paid her fees. She's threatening us." Before I could respond, the line went dead. My heart sank. I jumped in my car and sped toward the cabin, my mind racing with every worst-case scenario. I didn't know what to expect, but when I arrived, the scene was worse than I feared. Karen stood on the dock, wild-eyed and yelling, her hand gripping a handgun. Anna was on the ground, clutching her arm, blood soaking through her shirt. Grandpa Joe was slumped nearby, groaning softly, a wound on his side. I instinctively dropped to a tactical stance, the commander in me taking over. "Karen, drop the weapon," I shouted, revealing my police badge. She froze, eyes narrowing. "You think you can boss me around? I'm in charge here," she spat, raising the gun again. "Listen to me, this isn't the way. Put the gun down. We can talk this out." But Karen was beyond reason. Her finger tightened on the trigger. I dove, tackling her to the ground just as she fired a shot that missed Anna by inches. My training kicked in. I secured the weapon, cuffed her hands, and radioed for backup. Anna was bleeding but conscious. Grandpa Joe was weak but alive. I called for an ambulance and stayed with them until the paramedics arrived. The neighbors had gathered by then, whispering about how Karen's reign of terror had finally reached a breaking point. I knew the investigation would be brutal, but what mattered most was that my family survived. That night, as the lake reflected the moonlight, I sat with Anna and Grandpa Joe, grateful and shaken. The lake cabin was our refuge once more, but now, it was also the site of a terrifying reminder. Sometimes, even in paradise, darkness lurks just beneath the surface.